Hello, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Janek Hermann-Friede from the Water Integrity Network at Transparency International, and I'm the focal point for work in East Africa, and my main methodological focus is on monitoring.
Okay, and why is monitoring important for you?
Well, one, for WIN as an organization, monitoring is important to track progress on our achievement towards the implementation of a strategy, but then of course also for learning purposes and for adjusting basically the approaches that we test out in the field to see what works, what hasn't worked. So we try to give it a bit of an evaluative touch. And then on the other hand, WIN is a network, so we have a strong focus on working with partners. And in this work with partners, we would like to introduce monitoring of issues that relate to integrity into the agendas of other organizations to basically get a broader understanding of the status of integrity in the water sector.
Okay. And could you give maybe one or two examples of the monitoring work you've done already, which is ongoing?
Which is ongoing? Well, we do our internal monitoring, which is the main focus of, has been the main focus of my work on monitoring up to now. So basically, we have a list of, I believe it's around 18 success indicators. We do continuous monitoring of how we advance towards them. And in addition to that, WIN has done a lot of work on in the field of diagnostic studies. So assessing risks and assessing integrity challenges in water sectors in different countries. And in Kenya, for example, we have implemented a so-called annotated water integrity scale, which tapped into the knowledge of different sector experts to assess and map risks. And a year after that first assessment, we kind of updated what has happened, which was the first step in the direction of monitoring the status of integrity in the country. That as a couple of examples.
Okay. And what do you see? What would you like to see happen in the future with monitoring of integrity and transparency?
Well, I think generally, when it comes to monitoring in the water sector, at the moment around the MDG targets, there is a lot of focus on impact. And when it comes to analysis, I think actually the part that is lacking a lot is the dynamics behind the numbers on the impacts. And this is where I think, on the one hand, looking into issues of integrity, accountability, participation, and transparency can create quite an added value for the sector to understand why coverage is increasing in one country and not in another one. And I think here's where it would be important to basically or add an analytical aspect that complements the monitoring, or try to integrate a number of issues into existing indicators to also address issues that relate to governance, and more specifically then for our topic on integrity and anti-corruption.
Okay, thank you very much for this interview.